Rules. It has zero welding, all strip body. It was only seatbelts. What we pulled into the shop today is a 1995 Honda Accord wagon. Now I really like these Accords because the suspension on these is a lot different than your regular GM, Chrysler, or Ford products in the way that they do not have struts. What they have is they have an upper, a lower, a spindle, and a separate actual coil spring. I find the front ends of these do not bend as easy as they would on a Cavalier, a Camry, or like a Neon or anything like that because the suspension setup's different. Another thing I like about these is how the motor's positioned. The motor's positioned very far back, so you have a lot of space between the actual rad support and the motor, and I like that because that means there's more space to crush in. Some things I don't like about these cars is how close all the pulleys come to the side of the frame. As you can see, they're very, very tight. Now what I will do is I'll actually remove the power steering off of this, and I'll actually remove the power steering belt right off of the actual crank, and I will get rid of the air conditioning and then run just a belt for the alternator. So I have a bypass belt that I'll put on there and all that. But another thing is the electrical is way out of the way, and you can pull just about every fuse out of this car and it will still run fine. The actual stability of the car is pretty strong. They have a good solid subframe that connects all the way to the front. The doors are strong. All the sheet metal is good. The wagon actually makes the back of these cars a lot more stronger. The sedans, you can tuck the trunks or you can wedge them, your call. They are very strong cars. Even this hatch, as you see, there's lots of space, and you know what, everything just kind of goes very nicely back here. And as you guys may remember from my previous wagon, that it bends really good. Stays out of the tire. I found that it kind of bends like a round back wagon. And that's kind of unique, and you don't see that very much in small cars. But what we're going to do today is we're going to tear this car down. We're going to get it stripped, but we're not going to take the glass out. We're not going to take the gas tank out. We're not going to take the exhaust out. We're not going to move the battery. The reason for this is because when derby season comes, I don't want to have to take the time and strip cars. I want cars already stripped that I can just grab and go. So let's get started on this. So we quickly stripped the interior of this car, got bumpers off, took a lot of stuff out underneath the hood. Basically made it about 500 pounds lighter, and now we're gonna go store it back outside. But before we do that, we gotta take this big pile of interior that we took out of this and dump it into a dumpster car.